Whoa there, look at this! The first ever 15th Doctor Blu-ray box set. I am going to unbox the Sweet Jesus out of this box set, and then at the end I'm going to tell you my favourite Season 1 episode. Let's start immediately. Alright then, making sure to hold this 73 yards away from myself at all times. Actually, that might be tricky. No one really knows what a yard is, do they? But I do like 73 yards. Was it my favourite episode of the whole series, though? You'll have to wait to the end of this video to find out. That's the lovely cover. I think that's very nice. We've kind of looked at that before. There's Ruby Sunday there, standing in the TARDIS doorway. And there's lots of TARDISes there, I notice. On the back, it's your pretty standard blurb. And it tells us, of course, confirms that this box set not only has the 8 episodes of Season 1, but the Christmas special, The Church on Ruby Road, featuring those baby-eating goblins. That was my children's first ever Doctor Who episode, and they really wanted to know why no babies were actually being eaten. They were quite indignant about this. Includes more than 6 hours of additional material, including Doctor Who Unleashed and other special features. Cool. Let's have a look at the side there. So that's the kind of the inner spine. I don't think there's a proper word for what that is. That looks really nice, and so does that. Yes, that's going to look nice on our shelves, I'm saying. Right. I'm going to open this up, and smooth transition. There is the box set, and it feels very nice. It feels kind of, oh, all these planets are kind of embossed. What do you call that? Spotlight embossing? I don't know what you call it. I don't know if you can even see it on this, but yeah, I think you can kind of catch it there, can't you? The planets are nice and kind of shiny. That's a really nice touch. I really like it when packaging just goes the extra mile, even when it doesn't have to. Actually, these pictures on the back have got a nice bit of sort of shine to them as well. That's really cool. Right, let's see then what's going on in here. Okay, we have there's a couple of bonus, see that? A couple of sneaky bonus planets in there. Yeah, and we get to see a little bit more of the artwork than we do on the cover, which is nice enough. Obviously, different artwork would have been even cooler. That's rather nice. And how does this open up? Let's find out, shall we? Quick sip of TNT. Can't get enough of it. Right, let's see how this opens up. Ah, yes. Now, I think this is the artwork that's on the steel book, no? And it opens up like this. I'm going to run out of space, I can see. So we'll start with this side first, and we'll have a look at this leaflet in a minute. So the Church on Ruby Road has its own disc, and then on disc 2, actually let's have a look what's behind that disc. Which image have they chosen to represent? There we go. Oh, okay, so it's not a Church on Ruby Road image, it's from Space Babies, clearly, with a monster of a certain nature, certain mysterious nature there. Yeah, I thought my kids would absolutely love that. But I think I built it up a bit too much. I kept saying to them, you're going to love this, which of course is fatal with children, isn't it? You mustn't say that, because then they'll be determined not to like it. So disc 2 has Space Babies and the Devil's Cord, and I can see Maestro poking their head out the top there. That's very nice. That's a really good picture. I like that. It's interesting, obviously, as well, that each disc has a different certificate. And yeah, so Doctor Who kind of generally is 12 these days, it seems, yeah. I can't remember whether that's been the case for a long time. Yeah, I can't really remember. Anyway, moving on. Disc 3 has Boom and 73 yards. And I can see that that's a shot from Boom there in the background. Yep, there's the Doctor. Regretting that he'd gone for a nice little stroll on a planet that looked self-evidently horrendous. He really should have just gone back into the TARDIS. Although I can't remember why, whether there was some reason why they had to go for a stroll. Right, let's put this to one side. We'll see what that is in a minute. Let's carry on looking at these discs. Disc 4 has... It's nice to have 8 episodes in a season, because it kind of, obviously, Christmas special aside, that divides nicely into discs with 2 episodes on each. We have Dot and Bubble, the very Black Mirror-like episode, and Rogue, the really flamboyant and feisty episode. Absolutely marvellous. It's a bit of a shame, I guess, that each of these discs just has the same picture on it, but I suppose at least there's an image in the tray beneath. Ah, there's 73 yards. Very nice. There's that creepy lady. I'm a big fan of 73 yards, but was it my favourite? Well, you'll still have to wait and see. Disc 5 has The Legend of Ruby Sunday and Empire of Death in one go. And, oh, I see. So basically there's going to be 8 trays, I guess, with one image for each. So that's a dot and bubble image there. Moving on to disc 6. So we've got 2 more discs, yeah. Oh, I see. So this has all the Doctor Who Unleashed stuff in it. That's nice to have them all. Is that nice? What's best? In a way, it'd be better to have the Unleashed episodes on the discs with the episodes. I'm not sure what's best. What would you prefer? I think it's kind of cool either way, really. I don't think it's a deal breaker exactly. To be honest, more than anything, it's nice to have a Doctor Who Confidential style show again. And one thing I'm finding useful with my kids, if they are scared by an episode, now I can show them the behind the scenes. For instance, the Goblin King. They were a bit scared of the Goblin King, and so I showed them how he was made, and that took the edge off him a bit. There you go, there's a nice picture from Rogue there. And finally, oh, it looks like... Okay, so I guess this image will represent the entire kind of closing 2-parter. Oh, and this is also Doctor Who Unleashed. Wow. Why is there 2 discs for Doctor Who Unleashed? I'm not entirely clear on why that should be. Each one's about half an hour long, isn't it? Or is it an hour? Anyway, there's the lovely Ruby there, waving in some snow. Yes. So that's really cool. Is there anything on the... What's on the back? I might need to rearrange this in order to show you. Hold on. Give me a moment. Okay, so there's that. The Doctor. Oh, I see. So it kind of... Oh, that looks really nice, doesn't it? And then on this side, there's the front cover. And Ruby next to a bit more galaxy there. And then at the very end, we have even more galaxy. I think it's really nice. It's a nice bit of packaging, that. Obviously, I think, you know, we fans always want, or I want, but also I think a lot of fans want monsters and stuff, and I certainly do. It'd be nice to have some more monsters in here, really. Recent packaging in Doctor Who has tended to go for the stars of the show, the regulars, as opposed to kind of the monsters, which I don't know. That doesn't feel all that Doctor Who-y to me. Actually, this is just a single page leaflet, and this is the standard more exciting products from Doctor Who, which is very exciting, but you know, it's always the same. I don't think we need to look at that. So what's here? This will explain a bit. Wow, we have all of this stuff, and as a lot of commenters noted on my video about the special features on this set, a lot of the special features here are from or are already available on either BBC iPlayer or YouTube or both. But I think, I mean, we like to have stuff all together, right? And I kind of think that if that stuff hadn't been put on this box set, then a lot of commenters would have been complaining that we didn't have a proper place to kind of archive and store all these things, you know. So it feels like the BBC can't entirely win in that particular instance. But there's a lot of stuff. I went into detail on the special features in another video, and I'll link to that on screen at the end, along with a couple of other tidbits that might delight you. Let's get a bit of clarity here on these last 2 discs. So disc 6 has Unleashed episodes 1 to 5. Maybe Doctor Who Unleashed is an hour long, is it, or something? It must be, surely. And then disc 7, sorry if you can't read this too well, it doesn't seem to be focusing all that brilliantly. Episodes 6 to 8, and then Doctor Who Unleashed Unseen. Oh, that's the sort of bonus episode with stuff they couldn't quite find homes for during the Unleashed series. And then at the end we have Tales of the TARDIS, the Pyramids of Mars. So that is the newly edited version by Benjamin Cook, with the kind of the bookending scenes with, or is it just the intro from Ncuti and Millie as the Doctor and Ruby. And I think that's really nice. It's great to have that on here. It really does add something to the sort of the value of this set, I think. And, you know, that's a lot of stuff. Even though a lot of it is publicly available, I think it's useful to have it all in one place. Of course, let me know, as always, what you think of this packaging and this package. So at the start of this video, I promised to tell you my favourite episode from Season 1, and it is, drumroll please, Empire of Death. And you can find out why in this video here. And if you're a happy Doctor Who fan who is sick of online fan wars and just wants to have a nice chat about Doctor Who without getting trolled, then join my community right here. You won't regret it. And I offer a full money back guarantee, so it really is pretty impossible to regret it. Thanks for watching, and never forget who you are.